I told you I went to G Street Fabrics 3 times during the span of their New Year's sale. You made it to part 3 of my G Street Fabric New Year's haul. Thank you. If you haven't watched the first 2 parts, please do, because I think all the fabrics together, they really speak to each other. And I think you'll enjoy if you enjoy this one. Aside from that, I have done more shopping, so I'm really excited to get these videos out because now I get to kind of record the videos for the new fabrics that I have been piling into my stash. I now have a fabric stash, guys. I'm so excited about it. I was recently doing my laundry and was washing and folding and prepping and organizing all of my fabrics. I packed my fabrics up in my children's old diaper boxes because it keeps it very neat. And I can sort of see from the tops like what each fabric is, and you might already know that I have my little booklet that logs my fabrics, so I can kind of recall how many yards, just go look for it and then grab it instead of purchasing a bunch of cubes. So these are stackable. I just kind of put them in the closet as is, so that's been really helpful. But that's not why you're here. Get back to the video. Just wanted to pop in and let you know it's not you, it's me. I know I'm talking about January and it is not January, possibly when you're watching this. Okay, bye. We're on the final day. Let's dive right into it. At this point, if you've seen any of the other G Street hauls, you already know where I spent the most of my time. I was in the clearance section where they have all of their fabrics priced at $2.97 a yard. If you've never been there, I know that might sound insane because you get some amazing quality fabrics at a fraction of what you would pay anywhere else. I don't know anyone's clearance coupon that can get you quality fabrics of this caliber at $2.97 a yard. So it was my final day, so I was trying to be a bit calmer and be very mindful of what I was getting. So not as much yardage as I had gotten on the previous visits, but still more than I would have imagined I would have walked out of there with. Now, as a part of their sale, they had 2 coupons. Either you could save $10 off if you spent $50 or $20 off if you spent $100. Now again, because I was focusing on clearance items at about $3 a yard, being my 3rd visit, I was like, if I was going to use any of the coupons, let me try to stay on the lower end of things because there can't possibly be that much more fabric that I fall in love with, right? There always is. And now I understand all of the amazing sewers that I was watching all quarantine. I used to wonder, like, how can you love any more fabrics? Like, you have so many. How are you keeping up with these hauls? Like, how are you finding new fabrics to fall in love with when you have a stash that I felt like I would love to have? Now I get it. Now I get how you can have an amazing stash of fabrics and still want more things because there are always new designs, new patterns, new colors, or new ideas of things that you can do with the fabrics that you find. And sometimes the ideas don't come as quickly as the fabrics do. So when you get them at such great prices, in my opinion, it's better that I had them and that when I'm ready to use them for those projects, they're there and I got them at a really great steal. Here's what I'm wearing. It's my autumnal dress of dreams. So this was my self-drafted bodice. I just omitted the waist darts and gathered it instead and popped on a half circle skirt. The first fabric that I want to show you is this one right here. So while most of my fabrics were clearance items, this one was not. This was a sale item, so I still got a pretty decent price on it. This is one of their polyesters, super light and drapey, and while it is a polyester, it's not completely sheer. I think when I use this, I would probably still try to line it with something. but it's a very bold and large floral print on this black background. And I had seen this on my second visit to G Street Fabrics during their sale. And I saw it, and I have really wanted a large print fabric, because on Pinterest I've been seeing a lot of images of really great sets that are made out of large prints, but typically they're like geometric prints, something a bit more abstract. And I think I mentioned in a previous video, I really don't want my entire wardrobe to just be full of florals, but I do know that floral prints are, you know, they're very common, and you tend to find a lot of floral prints. In order to satisfy that large print craving that I was having, I felt like this was a really great compromise. I love the colors in here. Sometimes I think it's a little bit challenging in my mind to imagine wearing a dark background print like this, like a black background print, in the summer or spring. And because this is such a drapey and lovely fabric, I would want to wear, maybe if I made a dress out of this, or like a pair of palazzo pants, I'd want to wear it out in the spring, and probably wear as a top layer some of these lighter colors that they have throughout this. I don't know, is that strange? Does anyone else have that sort of challenge when you're getting dressed and you don't necessarily want to wear a ton of black in the summer? Again, I think because the print is so large, yes, it's a black background, but I can definitely get away, I think, with wearing this all year round if I wanted to. So I only got 2 yards of it. Let me know in the comments down below what you think I should make out of this. It's very drapey, not super sheer, but I could absolutely line it. But let me know, do you think this deserves to be a dress? I could definitely make a dress out of 2 yards of fabric, don't worry about that. Or do you think it should be like a pair of pants, like palazzo pants or something like that with a matching top? Let me know in the comments below. So that was 2 yards, and it was on sale for, it was 25% off, so that brought it down to $5.75 per yard. I think that's pretty good. I mean, compared to Joann's, which is where I usually go, you can't beat that. Under $6 per yard of fabric. Second, I don't have a lot of animal print, so let me say that. And it is something that I feel like I want at least one sort of animal print item. You'll see here I ended up getting 2. Yeah. So I don't have a lot of animal print in my wardrobe, and I've seen this fabric at G Street for some time. It's super flowy. It's a very lightweight chiffon. It's a very lightweight polyester. So this is definitely heavier than this is. So I would absolutely line this. I ended up getting 3 yards of it. It's like a mix between a leopard and zebra print. I don't know, it's so different than just getting like a cheetah print fabric, and the colors are a bit more muted. So I felt like this would be a nice introduction, sort of in a different way to animal print. I am convinced that I want to make a dress out of it. I'm not exactly sure what style or what silhouette or anything like that, but I'll keep my eye out and I'll keep pinning things on Pinterest, and maybe something will stick. But if you're inspired by this fabric and you can think of something that I should, you know, consider or think about, please let me know in the comments down below. I'd love to hear your thoughts. I'm not married to any particular style just yet on this. I do really think that I would prefer a dress out of this and be able to layer a blazer or, you know, something over top of it. But apart from that, yeah, that's all I got so far. So this was again on sale for $5.75 a yard. I got 3 yards, and I'm pleased with that. Like, it's the most expensive thing that I got on this run to the store, but again, I had the $10 off my total, so I would apply that in my mind to the polyesters, since those were the only 2 items that weren't clearance items for $3 a yard. But I'm really happy with this. As far as animal print goes, I think it's the way that I would do animal print. So I'm excited to see what I can come up with on this. The next fabric that I have is very bright. So put the dimness on your computer, like put it down, because it is this fluorescent, like highlighter orange. I don't know why I was so drawn to it, but I couldn't look away and it was just calling out to me. And I said, you know what? I can get just a little bit. So I ended up getting, how much did I get of that? Oh, okay, not that little, actually. I got 3 yards of this. Wow. Okay, yeah, I got 3 yards of this. Wow. Interesante. I don't know what I was thinking of making, but I guess I wanted to make sure I had enough. If you have any, like, first of all, would you ever wear this? I wish I could tell you exactly what type of fabric this is, but I am none the wiser. I have no idea. I want to believe there's some sort of polyester in here. I think this is a blend of something, because in my hands it definitely feels cotton-like, but then there's like a slip to it that makes me feel like there's some polyester in here. But that's as far as I could get you. I have no idea. It drapes, it's opaque, it has a really nice body to it, but it is super drapey. Like, look at that. I don't know, I have enough to make like a set if I wanted to, but it's so vibrant and pungent that it could just be a dress that I wear when I'm feeling, I don't know what I would have to be feeling to wear this. I'm looking at it now thinking like, what were you thinking? But imagine this in the summer though. I don't know, I feel like I'm excited about this. Nonetheless, I'm excited about this. I think I could really make something bold with this. Give me some ideas, please, in the comments down below. If you've seen any like matching sets, anything tangerine-like, you know, against my skin tone, what do you think would look good? I'd love to hear what you guys come up with. All right. So something else that I got is this faux suede. Look at that. It is stretchy. So here's the back side, and that's the front. So that's the 2, but this is the front side of it. Oh, let me show you this up close. I don't know. So that's the tangerine. Super drapey. Yeah. Okay. So this is the faux suede. Very beautiful, has a great drape to it, stretchy. I had seen this the second time I went in the clearance and I left it behind. You know, I couldn't really bring myself around to it, but it's just 1 yard remaining. And then when I got home that evening, I remember thinking, you know, I've seen these faux suede skirts, and because I'm thinking of making matching sets and these cover-ups like abayas and different things, I thought, you know, you could make a faux skirt and then just wear something over it. All in all, I've never sewn with faux suede, and I'm all about trying new things, new materials. And for $3, if I can whip up a skirt out of this for $3 that I'm happy with, I think it's a win-win-win-win-win. So on my 3rd and final lap, I told myself, you thought about the fabric, you came home, you were still thinking about it, maybe just suck it up, spend the $3 and get the fabric. Because if it's something exceptional you're able to make, you'll be really happy you did. And on my first trip, I got that sort of lining material, this tan lining, that I feel like I can put under this just to make sure, you know, I feel secure in this, because it is quite light. All right, so that's this. $3, faux suede, stretchy. If you have a particular, like, what would you do with 1 yard of this fabric? I'm leaning towards a skirt, but let me know if you think of anything else maybe I'm not thinking of. All right, I told you in the previous haul video that this ecru, I'm gonna call it a cotton blend just because I still don't know exactly what it is. But I had gotten this and then promised my husband that I'd make him a pair of slacks with it. So when I went back, I said, okay, get yourself some. Get yourself some since you're sharing, and this way I can secretly match him. He's not big on being matchy-matchy, but he won't know. Oh, we're gonna be matching. I love it. I love this fabric. I think I spoke as much, I sung its praises in the previous haul video because I love it that much. If you haven't seen that video, go ahead and watch it. I hope you enjoy it. But I went back and this time I picked up 3 yards just because after thinking about it, thinking about how quality this material is, I thought, why not? Just get 3 yards. That's $9 for this fantastic material. I mean, you can't get a pair of men's slacks or a really nice, you know, woman's dress for $9. So sometimes I just have to remind myself, think about how much you would pay in the store for a garment made of this, right? That's not including the lining and all of that. So I think that's a really great steal and I'm happy to have it. Get the color there. It's just such a beautiful fabric. So I picked up 3 yards because my idea is to make a ModCloth inspired dress out of this. And I'm thinking that'll work out really well because they, again, Simply Shauna is the one that's inspiring this because she did a video where she showed how she styles all of her ModCloth dresses. I had never heard of them, but I like that style of dress and I think it's classic. And in this color, I don't think I could go wrong. I think it's gonna be wonderful. Next, what's up? What did I get? Ooh, it's cream sweater. Ooh, yes, I got these. I almost forgot about these. So these are 2 things that I got that I do plan to use together. So the first is this. Can you see the texture in this? Almost, I want to say it's like a sweatering sort of material. Here's the reverse side. I thought it was beautiful when I saw it. So it's this cream colored, almost like, I don't know, sweatering material. It's still kind of light. But I want to make a blouse. Like I want to make a shirt, I should say. It's not a blouse, but I want to make a shirt. And then I saw this, and you know how I love tonal sort of, you know, garments made out of the same color, but in different textures. I'm so into that right now. I don't think that trend is ever going to necessarily go out of style if it's done well. So I'm not afraid of incorporating that into the garments that I'm making because I do want my garments to last, but I think that technique, that style will last. But here's the second fabric that I got. It's lighter and it is beautiful. I'm assuming this is like a polyester. It has very similar, oh yeah, it's like the same. Whatever this tangerine fabric is, this cream color is the same. They're the same exact type of fabric. I just don't know what type of fabric that is. Oh gosh, guys. All right, so I got this and I only have 1 yard of each of them because I went in with the idea that I would use them together. Now I wish I would have bumped it up like at least by ½ an inch on each one. Gosh, I don't know. We'll see what I make. I do hope to make whatever this is going to be. I hope to make it this month. Like I want to make I want to make this up in January, whatever it's going to be. I haven't really seen a shirt that does what it is I'm hoping it will do, but I'm really hopeful that it'll come to me, or I'll just try to make something simple. I find that sometimes I'm trying to like you know, go outside the box and do all of these fantastic things, when really simple works. It's going to be timeless and something that I'll wear for years to come. And I'm going to mash these two together and make something amazing. So this is another fabric that on my second visit, I saw it, I passed it up because I'd already spent too much. And I thought about it, and I thought about it when I got home, and I was like, how am I becoming this person that, with all of the fabric that I got on day 2, why am I still thinking about these other ones that got left behind? But I did, and because of that, I thought to myself, you know what? You're here, like you are back at G Street Fabrics again for a 3rd time. Just get the fabric, like get it so that you're not laying in bed thinking about the fabric. But this is what I got. Again, I told you already, I don't really have animal print in my wardrobe, but if I'm going to incorporate animal print, I think this is the way I would do it. Look at how the texture in this fabric is. It's not just sort of like colored on there. It's actually like woven in here. It's beautiful. I absolutely love this print. I like that it's blue and cream and black. Yeah, I think I could get a ton of wear out of this. So here's my thought. I got 2 yards of it, and it's stretchy. So I'm thinking, so it's stretchy in both directions, but more in one direction than the other, which is typical, I guess. So I can tell this is very well made. I don't know made of what. I'm sure it's polyester or something, but it's very nice. I love the texture in this. Very excited about that. All right, only two more things, guys. We're getting there. Let me just show you this. So I picked up this sort of like an eggplant. I would consider this like almost like a denim, but not. Look at you tell me what this is. See the back? See the texture on the back? And then this is the front side. See how smooth it is compared to the back? Okay. So if you know fabrics and you know what this might be, please let me know. But in my mind, like if I were to be at Joann's, I feel like this would be in the denim section. But anyways, this was on clearance and I got 2 yards of it, I believe. Let me double check. Yeah, that's about 2 yards. Yeah, okay. So I got about 2 yards of this. Just because I couldn't pass it up. I couldn't pass up this color. I thought it was beautiful. I still do. I love it. And because I had my handy dandy notebook with me, I was flipping through the book and I was trying to see like, oh, what could I pair it with? Do I have other things that would go really well with it? And for the most part, I mean, I think so. I have some things that I think would go really well with it, depending on what I choose to make. So again, this is one of those things where I thought it's better I have it for $6, right? This great quality fabric has a slight stretch to it, sorry, in this direction, right? Slight give to it. I don't know. What should I be making with this? I think a layering piece of some sort would be nice. Like a jacket almost. I think I have a pair of pants in a similar color, so I'm not really interested in making pants in this necessarily. But if you could give me an idea of what sort of outerwear, like a light jacket to toss on, that I think would be nice. Can't really think of a pattern. I'm not big on using patterns, but since I don't make a lot of jacket, coat sort of things, it might be nice to have like a solid go-to pattern that I could hack in multiple ways. So if you know something like that, that would work well for, you know, a denim-y type of lightweight sort of material. Well, this isn't lightweight, like decent bodied material. Let me know. I'd be more than happy to give that some consideration because I have no idea. I just wanted to have it. All right, so the last The last fabric I have is this cream colored, like cream oatmeal-y colored. It's just a stretch material. This is another one. I'd previously seen it. I left it behind. I actually left this one behind for that purple floral that I showed you in the last video. This one. I'd taken both of these up to the counter. That's when the gentleman, I think on my first trip, when the gentleman told me that I needed just a couple more yards so that I could qualify for the $20 off. And I brought this and that purple floral print up to the cutting counter, and I asked the gentleman, I was like, which one do you think is better? And he picked the purple one. So I left this one behind. But this final time when I went, I was just thinking, first of all, it's quite opaque sort of jersey material, which is great to have. I felt like it's such a great neutral color, right? Like it's such a nice neutral color. Wouldn't it be worth just having, even if I want to make, a t-shirt out of this that I could wear over the summer? I'm looking at this fabric that I have here that I plan to make a beautiful either skirt or dress out of. That goes well together. I mean, it just goes with so many things that I felt like, hey, it's better I have it and I can make multiple, things with it than to not have it and think about it all the time. I think I only got 2 yards of this, so definitely some sort of top I want to make out of this, and then possibly a dress. I'm always iffy about very light colored dresses, but I do have that sort of cream tan lining that I got on the first trip also, that if I needed to line it, or I could just wear a slip under it, I could absolutely do that. But I think this as a nice simple maxi dress to layer with different abayas or different sort of outerwear would be really great, and something easy to throw on in the summer. All right, guys. That was a lot of fabric, right? I mean, this single haul might not have been a ton of fabric, but I'm thinking about all 3 of them together in the same weekend. It was a lot of fabric. Thank you so much for hanging in there and sharing my joy of sewing and finding fabric. I hope you saw things in here that inspired you. Maybe you have similar types of fabric in your stash that you can then whip out and start thinking of how you can use them creatively. I know my creative juices have just been flowing. I want to dig into each and every single one of them, but I can't work on all of these projects at once. So it is definitely teaching me about how I should start thinking of prioritizing my projects, how I plan out my projects, and how I decide what I sew in what seasons, etc. Part 3, you did it, guys. Thank you. Thank you for staying with me and watching all 3 parts of this G Street series. If you did not watch the first ones, go back and watch them. I think these fabrics go well together. I love that place. You can tell. I've actually been to G Street Fabric since then and gotten a ton more fabric. So there will be more hauls coming up. I hope you don't mind hauls. I know I sometimes, as I'm sewing, as I'm, washing dishes or doing other things, I just like putting them on and seeing the creativity, the imagination, just the sheer joy that these fabrics bring people. And then it starts getting my mind working on like fabrics that maybe I can keep an eye out for when I am going fabric shopping. So I hope that in some way this video either inspired you, entertained you, or kept you company while you're doing something hopefully creative. And yeah, I can't wait to show you some of the additional fabrics that I've gotten. I'm certainly buying more than I'm making, and I need to stop. Like, I need to, do you see? I need to stop. It's enough. I have enough fabric. But I had enough fabric even when I made this video, right? Even when I made that initial video from New Year. So it's more mind over matter. But when you see really great things at a steal of a price, I just think of all of the different sewing vloggers that I've been watching, and they will let you know they've had a fabric in their stash for 8 years, for 3 years, and I'm thinking to myself, I'm not getting all this fabric because I need to sew it now, but they're worthwhile to have at that price for the moment when the time comes and that fabric is just right for the thing that I want to make. But I also know I need to get a hold of myself, like relax a little bit, and I'm working on that. But the deals are too good. Oh my gosh, who am I becoming? I talk myself in and then I talk myself out. I get all worked up, then I let myself down. Oh, okay. That's not why you're here. Thank you so much for watching. Tune in. Please like and subscribe so you don't miss the future videos. And I am so happy that you're here. Leave a comment. Say hi down below. I can't wait to talk to you guys. Bye. Let me bring her up. Hold on. Oh, okay. All right. No. Oh, okay. Ah. Almost lost her there. Come here, girl. All right.